In this video, I explain the cylindrical center type grinding machines or grinders. In this video, I explain the constructions and the working principles of the cylindrical center type grinders. So first we understand basic working principles of the cylindrical center type grinders, then we move towards the constructions. So what is the working principles? To perform the grinding operations, there must be a relative motions between the workpiece and the grinding wheel. So we require the relative motions. Relative motion means both are moving or both are rotating. That's called as the relative motion, means with respect to the each other both have a certain velocity. It is called as the relative motions. For cylindrical grinding, following the four moments are involved. First, the work must be revolves, means the workpiece is the revolving. Second one, the wheel must be revolved, means grinding wheel is also the rotating parts and workpiece are also the rotating parts. The work must be past the wheel, means workpiece have a certain longitudinal motions, because in some cases the width of the grinding wheel is smaller than the length of the workpiece. Okay, so these 3 and 4 points I explained during the understandings of the constructions. 4 point is the wheel must be past the work. Now out of these 4, 1 and 2 provide relative motions between the workpiece and the grinding wheels, and 3 and 4 must be interference conditions to get the grinding process, means 1 and 2 is the relative, it is required in every machines, and 3 and the 4 are interference conditions, means it is depend on the size of the workpiece, okay, and the size of the grinding wheels. Now next we move towards the constructions. Before moving ahead, I request to like the video and subscribe the channels by pressing the subscribe buttons for watching the more video related to the manufacturing process and other subject of the mechanical engineerings. For manufacturing, the various link is provided in the descriptions. Now we understand the constructions. Construction means various component used in these cylindrical center type grinders. So plain cylindrical grinding machines are powerful machines for work done between the centers, means work done between center means the workpiece is revolves between the two center. Two center means it is a perfectly continuously moving between the two center. Two center means one center of the headstock and the second center is of the tailstocks. Okay, so on the support of the headstock and the tailstock, the workpiece is fitted and the grinding process is carried out on them, and it is called as the center because the workpiece is continuously rotated on the same centers. That's why it's called as the center type grinder. They are used for the grinding external cylindrical surface. So these machines is generally used for the external cylindrical surface, not for the internal purpose, not for the flat surface or a curved surface. It is just used for the cylindrical surface. Now figure show the diagram with the following parts. So here you see this diagram of the grinding machines. So this is the front view of the grinding machines and this is the top view. Okay. Now one by one we understand the every components of this grinding machine. So in any machine, the one of the most important part is the base. Okay, so in this figure here you see this is the base. Okay, and when we seeing from the top view, so this portion is called as the base. Okay, on the base we know that all other components are fit on the base, so it gives support to all the machine parts. One, the top of base means on the top surface of the base. So any base have the different surface, either top surface, bottom surface, left side and right sides. Okay, so on the top of the base guideways, so when we seeing from the top view, okay, here you see this is a rectangle is looking. So what is this rectangle? It is the guideways provided on the top surface of the base. Okay, so on the top of the base guideways are provided, so table can be slide on it, and the driving mechanism is kept in a base, means all the driving mechanisms are fitted in the base, means for the rotating motion of the table, sorry, not rotating but sliding motions. So here you see this is the table. So this table is slide on the guideways provided on the base. So table is able to slide in this way, means it is move called as the longitudinal directions of the workpiece. So here you see it is the workpiece. Okay, So it is the length of the workpiece. That's why it is called as the longitudinal moment of the workpiece is achieved by sliding the table on the guideways. Second component is the table. So table is consist of the two parts. Means that is a two table is there. One is the lower table and the second one is the upper tables. So in this figure of the front view, it is clearly mentioned that one is the lower table and second one is this upper tables. Okay. In a top view, we are not able easily seeing that. We need to imagine in a top view. Okay. So lower table slide on the guideways that is provided on the bed, and it is useful to achieve the longitudinal moment of the workpiece. Okay. So by moment of the lower tables on the guideways, we are able to achieve the longitudinal motion of the workpiece. Second one is the upper table. Upper table is mounted on the lower table. So here in this image you see that upper table is mounted above the lower tables. It has head, headstock, tailstock and center for the workpiece. Means on the upper table that is a three component is installed. One is the headstock. Here you see this part is headstock. This one is the tailstock. Okay. Here in a top view you also see this is the headstock and this part is the tailstocks. And also the center of workpiece are provided. Between these two centers we are able to fit the workpiece of the different length. Upper table can be civils and a clamp in positions adjustment of the length of the workpiece. Okay. So according to this adjustment we can move the tailstocks of the workpiece, and either we can also able to civils the upper tables. Next part is the headstock. So in this image you see here the blue color box. This is the headstock. Okay. For now what is the functions of headstock? Headstock is situated on the upper table. Okay. That is the basic portions. Here you see in the upper table the headstock is mounted. It supports the workpiece by means of a dead centers. It provides the rotational motions to the workpiece by means of the dock. So here you see this is a one dock. So we are able to use the different device. Either we use the chuck and spindles. So different options are available that you already know. Okay. So for rotating motions of the headstock we require the electric motor. So here one motor is provided. So headstock is generally give the rotational motions to the workpiece. Alternatively, it may be hold and drive the workpiece by using the chuck. Another part is the tailstock. So here you see this orange portion here. It is the tailstock. In a top view, this part is the tailstock. And between the headstock and tailstock, you see that is the workpiece is mounted. It is used to support the right hand end of the workpiece. So this is the left hand of the workpiece. This is the right hand of the workpiece. Left hand is installed or fitted into this chuck or a spindles. And the right hand is supported by using the tailstocks. Right hand of the workpiece depending on the different length of the workpiece. So means tailstock is also slide on the upper table according to the length of the workpiece. Another is the wheel head. So here by yellow block you see it is the wheel head. Okay. Means it is the head for the wheel. Okay. So we know that here you see this is the grinding wheels. So grinding wheel is also rotating. Here workpiece is also rotating. For rotating these grinding wheels, we know that one electric motor is required. So this electric motor is fitted on this wheel head. It is the base part for the wheel head. Okay. So it is slightly installed backside or a rear sides or a side of the grinding machines. It is mounted on a slide at the top and rear of the base. It carry a driving motors and the grinding wheels. Means in this base two component is that one is the driving motors and the grinding wheels. This driving motor is used to rotate this grinding wheel. The wheel head may be moved perpendicular, means cross to the table way. The wheel head may be moved perpendicular, means at the right angles. Perpendicular means right angles to the table, means this wheel is moving in this direction. So in third point of the working principle we understand that the work is moved towards the grinding wheel is moved towards the workpiece, and fourth point is the workpiece is moved towards the grinding wheels. Okay. So here also you see this is the arrow in this indicate. So grinding wheel is able to move towards or away from the workpiece depending on the diameter of the workpiece. Okay, and it is operated by using the hand of power to feed the wheel to the work. Means these feed directions, feed to the workpiece means towards the workpiece or away from the workpiece, is given by the hand means it is by given manually or by using the power. Next part is the feed. Okay, so which type of generally feed is provides? So based on the feed, we have the two distinct type of the grinding. First one is the transverse feed grindings, and the second one is the plunger cut grindings. First we understand the transverse feed grindings. Transverse means it is moving from one way to another end, means one end to another end. It is generally used for a job which length is greater than the width of the wheels. Okay, at that time we need to move the wheel from one end to another end, or either we need to slide the workpiece from one end to another ends for complete the machinings of the full length of the workpiece. It is called as the transverse feed grindings. The job hole between the center is transverse parts and the rotating grinding wheels for the grindings. At the end of transverse, the transverse direction is reverse, and simultaneously the feed given by the motions of the grinding wheels head slides. And the second one is the plunger cut grinding, is also called as the feed grinding. It is used when the width of job surface to be ground is less than or equal to the width of the wheel. Means workpiece width is the equal or a smaller than the width of the wheel. So at that time we are not required the transverse motions of the grinding wheels or the workpiece, and the wheel is given the feed into a rotating workpiece to achieve the finished shape and size. So thank you for watching this video. If you learned, then like the video, subscribe the channels, and don't forget to share with your friend.